Looking for the best aftermarket parts and accessories for your model? Look no further than MCV Products. Bring your models to life at mcvproducts.net. Hey everyone, welcome back to Matt's Models and Mores. Thank you for tuning back in. Good to see you. We're going to go over something that I'm going to start. We got several series that we're working on. This one's going to be called Basic Techniques Revisited. This is mainly for our new modelers that are coming into the group and some of the older guys that strayed away from it for a while, came back in. And you can always revisit techniques because sometimes you forget that you can do something or forget how to use a certain tool a certain way. So this one's going to be kind of coordinated to what my profession is. I've mentioned in previous videos, I am a professional woodworker. That is my day job. And I was doing something the other day that reminded me of something that correlates with building models. And it was so hard that I was like, wow, it's amazing how many things actually correlate with my business in woodworking into the hobby. So one of those is called card scraping. Card scraping is something we do in woodworking where if you have a piece of wood and you need to refine it or resurface it or even level it out, you take a card that's a super thin piece of metal with a very sharp, thin lip. You drag it across the board several times and it smooths it out, and it basically scrapes the wood off in curls, very thin curls, or chips, depending on how you're doing it and what kind of wood you're on, but it smooths it out. So that made me think, wow, I kind of do something similar in modeling with my X-Acto knife. So let's go to the desk and let's talk about that. Welcome back to the bench, everyone. All right, so what I'm talking about as far as card scraping is very similar to what we see on mainly with our plastic models, of course, but mainly where I see it is mold injection lines, where they'll take two, whenever you have the two pieces of metal that actually have the design of, let's say, this muffler, and it gets squeezed together, and then they inject the two pieces of metal with the plastic and heats it up real quick. It's heated plastic when it goes in there, and then it gets cold extremely fast. And what you have is these mold lines that go right down the middle. You can see it there, and usually you see it more on rounded parts. I just did a roll cage on this car, had them on every single piece, and that's kind of what stuck in the back of my head to go over this, because it's a technique we've all been doing for a long time. But again, like I said, this channel is not just for us professionals. It's for everyone. It's you got a lot of new people coming into the market, and you have a lot of people that used to do it, got out of it, and kind of forgot some of these techniques. So a lot of people will kind of take their X-Acto knife and run it down this way. I don't like to do that. I used to do that, I'm not going to lie. And sometimes you can get away with it, especially if you have something that has a lot of flash in it. But the reason why I don't like doing that is I've had several times where it dug in too much and ended up leaving a chunk, and then you could see it from the side or whatever. So what I've started doing is, if you saw in those previous videos, I was doing the card scraper, scraping it with the card. You're going to use your X-Acto knife the same exact way. So you would just lay it flat and just, kind of scrape it. So it kind of makes it to where the blade is just skimming across the top of the plastic and not digging in as if you were going like this. If you go like this, you're going to dig into the plastic, or vice versa. But if you lay it flat and just scrape it, just barely scrape it, you don't even have to dig in very much, you'll see just a couple swipes. It's not gone completely, but it doesn't take much to trying to get as close to this thing as possible. And I'm just barely touching it. That's all it takes. Just a simple little, You also have less risk of damaging the plastic and cutting yourself. Because I'll tell you, I've cut myself plenty of times whenever I was and see it's pretty much gone. I got a little bit up here, and I'm doing this through the camera, which makes it really hard. Um, and again, it sounds horrible. Sure, you're hearing that, but it's really not. I'm barely dragging this, but it's very similar to the action of card scraping. So it just made me think of that and go, wow, this is something we probably need to talk about, because uh, I know there's probably some videos out there that go over this, but it's something we've all done. Talking to you professionals out there, the guys that's been doing this for a long time know that trick and have been doing that trick for a long time. It's not rocket science by any means, but again, got a lot of newbies coming in, and that's just another way. Just always remember not to go, this way. I just don't suggest it. Don't suggest it at all. I will do that, like I said, with Flash. And since y'all are new, some of y'all are new anyway, let's see if I can find a piece here that's got Flash on it. Flash is what we're talking about, is like this stuff here. It's this extra plastic resin that where the molds are just not very clean. And it doesn't just come on pieces like that. It will actually come on the actual, see, like there's a little bit there. So that's the kind of stuff you'd have to clean up. You could scrape that if you wanted to, but I think it would just take a lot longer. You just got to be very precise with your knife, and you would just want to cut as slowly as possible around that, kind of taking pieces off at a time. And then you can do the scrape procedure to just smooth it all out and flatten it all out. So this is a quick video. It just made me think of that when I was in the workshop, and I had to do some pieces of wood with my scraper, and I was like, wow, that's probably something not a lot of people discuss or talk about, and it's a good technique to use. So I would definitely keep that in your bag of tricks. So just a simple trick to keep you guys on your toes. Remember all the techniques that are out there. There's so many. We can make a video, about a 7 to 10 minute long video for every single technique out there. But guys, remember, this is for the people that are just coming in, and it's important that we share that kind of knowledge. Something as simple as that can change somebody's build so much for the better, that we need to remember to do those, especially all you YouTubers out there that make these how-to videos. So keep that in mind. Couple of shout outs. Got a couple. First of all, there's a big show in Houston, Texas. Matt Inman and his family, just watched a video of his. He is my channel sponsor, my main one. Glad to have him, if y'all didn't realize that. But he is my channel sponsor. He will be in Houston, Texas. So make sure, if you're around that area, 3 to 5 hour drive for you should not be a problem. Make sure you go to that show. It's a pretty big one. And he's got all the details for that. So go to his channel, Model Car Videos, and check out where that's going to be. He just announced all that. Also, big show coming up in Charleston, South Carolina. I will be there. I would love to see any of you. So please, if you see me around, or if I recognize you, I'm going to come jump on you. But that's in Charleston. That is not this weekend. It's the following weekend, which, if you're watching this 5 years from now, you have no idea what that is. But that's July 19th, 2025, Charleston, South Carolina. It's a good show, big show. So be there. Also, Jamie Bowen, he's putting on a big show August. So I'm going to pop that up on the screen here. We've talked about that in previous videos. This is his first show. He's already getting a lot of attention on this show. He's got a lot of pressure on him, but he's doing really good. And I'm going to be there. Make sure you're there. Let's support him as much as possible. This is going to be an awesome show. So make sure you're at that show as well. All right, a couple shout outs. One, first of all, I really appreciate y'all. First of all, this is a hint to an upcoming video. I did this on purpose, and I forgot that I was wearing them, because I have to have these so I can see, because I'm old. This is a hint, so keep that in mind on why I'm wearing these nerdy glasses. So keep that in mind. If you want any stickers, my email is down there. I'll give you 2 of them. just email me, give me your address. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you're a subscriber. I don't mind giving these away, period, but love them to go to my subscribers. All right, Model Car Madness from Rhode Island. Check out this card. Sent me this card and a couple of stickers. I love stickers, as y'all know. That's why I make stickers. And I'm kind of feeling like I need to go ahead and do some shop cards because I feel left out. Like I'm the only one that doesn't have shop cards. I guess I'm way behind, or maybe I'm way ahead. I don't know. But he said, "Love your channel. I like the content that you do, and it's always something for everyone. Thanks for your support. Take care, Larry." And he's also put a sticker, which I put it on the back of the card. Out of this world 2025 group build, hosted by Billy at Krankenstein Creations, which I'll follow him as well. I've got one of his cards on the back of my door there. And Larry at Model Car Madness, Rhode Island, going on now through December 31st of 25. It's called Come Fly With Us. So you might want to check that out. But again, thank you for your card, brother. Appreciate the love and the stickers. We also got my man Paul. Everybody knows him from Left Coast Model Car Builds. Check this out now. He's got his whole family involved. This is goals. This is hashtag goals right here. He wrote, "Thank you for swapping and supporting the channel. I'm enjoying yours as well. Keep up the great work, Paul." He's got, which looks like Bella, Paul, and George. He's got the whole family. Look at that. And each one of them have their own card. I mean, you talk about family goals. This is great, man. Now, my wife does do models. That's Paul's card there. And a lot of y'all know him because he does the model cars and coffee. So a lot of y'all follow that. And he also gave me a sticker as well. So I appreciate that, Paul. Thank you for watching, buddy. I'm supporting you, and the stickers and the cards are going on my back door that maybe I'll show one day. I don't want y'all to see the rest of the room because it's not like this area right here. So I'm playing it off pretty well. But yeah, go to my email, send me an email. I'll gladly send you a card. Got a cool video coming up about basically how model car builders or model builders in general are smarter than you think. So done some research on that and got a couple of things that we're going to go over about why we are smarter than everyone else. So a little hint to the nerd glasses there. But be at that show. Be at that show in Houston with Matt and them. Give him some business. And be at the show in Charleston. I hope Matt's going to be there as well. I know my buddy Jamie Bowen will be there. He sells a bunch of models. That way you can get some deals from him, and he'll have a couple cars in the show. And I know Matt would do. I don't put my cars in shows. They're not good enough for shows. But I tell you what I do is I do have a model for top 8 or a video for top 8. But this time we're doing a top 10, and I'm working on a even better token to put beside the top 10 that we think deserve those top 10 awards. And what I love about these shows is, if you've ever been to one, they'll have the car, they'll have a sheet that says what they did on it, but it doesn't have the person's name on it. So it's kind of, unless you know exactly who that person is and what they have on the table, you don't know whose it is. And that's what I love, because I'm not going to go out there and pick the top 10 that I'm thinking everyone else is going to like, or because it's absolutely spectacular build. I'm going in with the philosophy behind this channel, which is aggressive, aggressive, aggressive. I like stuff that is different. I like stuff that is lowered, nice wheels, lots of 3D parts, thinking outside the box with that whole imagination on your build. So Matt's Models and More will be there to hand out the top 10 awards to each of those cars, and trust me, we'll have videos on that as well. My wife will be the cameraman for some of that, because me and Irv from the Art of Rake, we're probably going to get together and do a little quick interview, and because we didn't get to it in Simpsonville, And there's a couple other people there. We'll probably talk to Jamie, and hopefully if Matt's there, we'll talk to him as well. So that video will be packed full. Might even be a 2-part video, but hope to see y'all there. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, do all that great stuff. I love you, and keep on rolling.